Hello there. Today I want to talk to you about another inspiring book. It's one I read many years ago when I was, I think I must have been about 19 or 20 probably when I came across it. Anyway, it's very famous. The Prophet is quite an old book. It came out in, I think, 1923. And it didn't sell very well at the time. Sold, I think, 1,200 copies that year, which isn't a lot really. But it's gone on to sell over 9 million copies up to now, which is quite impressive. So it's Kahlil Gibran's most famous book, but it's by no means his only one. He wrote lots of poetry, several plays, various prose of a similar nature to the Prophet. But of course that's his most well-known book. In fact, for most people that's the only thing they know about him, is that book. He was also a very talented artist as well. He did a lot of drawings and some painting as well. So you can find out a lot more about him. There is actually a centre in Lebanon that's dedicated to his life and work, because he was actually Lebanese and he moved to America as a young man, and that's where he kind of established his career in America. Anyway, the Prophet is, as it implies, about a prophet. The character is kind of leaving to go home, and he's sort of down in the harbour to catch a boat, and all his sort of followers are there, sort of not wanting him to go and delaying him by asking him questions. And the book is sort of written in little sections where he talks about various aspects of life, family and love and work, and all kinds of different areas of human life which most people would be interested in. It's actually a very profound and deeply moving book, and even though it was written 100 years ago, I think it's just as relevant today as it was then. He had a good understanding of the human condition and sort of the core aspects of life that are important to most people, and very much a sort of sense of integrity about how you should live. And he was a Christian. I think it's a Maronite, I think, something of that nature, which is sort of an area of Lebanon and Syria where this particularly old form of Christianity used to exist. I think pretty much gone these days as far as I know. But he was also influenced by other religions such as Islam as well, and maybe several others, such as Judaism and maybe even Zoroastrianism, which is from slightly further east in that part of the world. Anyway, it has a lot of universal wisdom, you could say, regardless of what religion you follow, and that's something I particularly found appealing. So, because it's no longer in copyright, there are lots and lots of editions of it. So, you can pick up a second-hand copy of this very, very cheaply off the internet or in a second-hand bookstore. Well worth reading. If you haven't read it before, definitely go check it out, and if it's something you haven't looked at for a number of years, it's certainly worth going back and reading a second time. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed that video, and definitely go check this book out if you're not familiar with it, and if you are, you might be interested to check out some of his other work, including his drawings and paintings, and certainly some of his other books. Okay, thanks for listening. Bye for now.